Alright, replay here from June 2018. Had it marked as a pretty good game. Literally don't remember anything about it, but we're just going to go ahead and find out and see how this game works out. We have Penny Germany, Chris as Spain, Spy as... Chris as Italy, Spain as Spy, Goliath, UK, myself, RavExel here as France, DS2 Waffen here as Norway, and then Turkish as Russia. So Turkish hasn't played that many games in 2018, so really nice to see him out and in this game, and just happened to be a good one. So awesome. Same with Spy. Nice to see him around. Play a little bit more than Turkish, but not a whole lot of games with him. Right over the Swiss for Penny. He's kind of taking a liking to coming over the mountains here. I'm attempting to do a Belgium hold, but not getting a lot of value out of it. Really shouldn't have done that, but hey. Gonna get at least these 3 buildings out. The rest of them are a little bit late. Normally like to get a few more of these buildings out, especially this factory. So I think there was Chris had sent his fighters up here and stopped the Finland trigger. A little bit of sass back and forth. Bunker's really far back here from Chris. He was spending his APM with his fighters to screw up Norway. Ended up losing a fair bit. Lost the physics. Very close of losing this airport. And Penny's going to start repairing that. Fortunate not to lose that. And of course keeps the core as well. Triggers cleared up by Norway. There's Turk giving Waff a little bit of a little sass. There's a lot of emotion in this game, way more than you normally would see. There's Chris reminding about the trigger. And should be able to mine that up. Put the spider mines here, and that way when the trigger comes at 440, like when Chris was calling it out, you don't need to keep the scouts down here then. So it's kind of a way for you to be able to do an early drop and use the scouts as well when your Germany goes ahead and spider mines there pretty effectively. Just doing a standard Middle East clear. Norway coming to mine. Normal mine area is around this box here. Maybe a little bit closer, kind of like that. I already got a few nicely down here. 9, very symmetrical. Looks like Turkish is getting ready for a bulk hit. Very well prepared by Chris with the 2 bunkers and the floating building. Turk sees that. Trading air here. Chris getting the slightly better end of that deal. Pretty fortunate that Turkish didn't have these loaded or had his Marines start shooting. A lot of heavy left for the Axis. Lots of tanks. Seems like there's only 1 additional bunker made. Personally, I would probably put a few up the top here. good communication here from Goliath. Just saying that it's wide open down here. Particularly if these bunkers are open. Should be able to clear that up. Big East attack in the meantime. BCs are out in the front, being covered by tanks. RAF coming in, getting one. Another open one right in the front. Got a second one. Looks like Axis is going to hold this, but how much are they going to lose is the question. Goliath being very careful with his RAF. Ended up getting just enough. Airport goes down. Same with the fueling bay. Meanwhile, Spy sees that everything is east, all the RAF is east, and drops, including with tanks. When you drop tanks, it's a lot easier to push up north here and stop any forces that are defending either this spot or if this bunker is loaded up here. It looks like he's going to clear that out. Because Waff got Italy triggered, going to have a little bit of trouble getting his drops up and ready. And here you can see his airport just being built now. Lots of money still. It's probably a barracks. Yeah. I have those two barracks. Gonna start on the drop shortly. There'll still be a good turn or two that Spain's gonna have UK. Most of that trigger blocked. Got 4 buildings floated over here from Italy. Got a little time to put one back here. Most of the time, the BCs will go ahead and clear this out. But Chris is worried about getting pushed and losing the game in East. He's going to bring those right up to the front. All 3 countries are here in UK. Going to go ahead and try to stop the trigger. Gets like 6, maybe 7. He gets at least 5. Because there's 7 left. Good trigger timing from Penny and Chris. Building being made back here in a barracks for Italy. Back in that safe zone. Already got the science vessel coming up with the building. Very shortly, start bringing that building up to this area. Get the trigger. Gonna happen at 2. Turk poking, having his army all queued up. And with this building, he's going to go ahead and secure the Oslo trigger. Just go ahead and watch the cash. It's at 3,800 right now. Just build the supply depot instead. Send that one back up here to the island. And so now, since you lost all these buildings high, if you are going to rebuild the wall, there's no point putting them high. There's nothing left to defend. You'd want to put them kind of low. This area. If you can, you'd like to have the army come and then pull them down. Having a couple bunkers or bunkers and then fighting in this area. That would be the most opportune place for the Axis. Haven't seen myself too much in Africa. Spain starting to rebuild the wall. Got a fair bit of investment down here. One bunker loaded. With the air advantage, which is a little bit too much. Unfortunately, going to lose a lot of tanks here. But c'est la vie for France. Meantime, Ireland had been secured from Spain. We'll probably want to bring an SCV here to capture these cities to make sure that he taxes them. Norway drop getting ready to be prepared. He's getting healed. Still plenty of cash for Penny. Bunker. Yeah. Go ahead and bunker up Berlin. Tank still poking. Check the upgrades. One attack. 3-3, of course, on the Marines. Italy. Got an attack upgrade. 3-2. ECs are already at 3-3. Penny with the very early upgrades. This is not an air fight that he wants. Just barely being able to win that one. Most certainly would like to knock out that. Yeah. Still, all these cities waiting to be taxed. Big eastern push. Russia enveloping the Italian forces. It's a good situation for Russia. Definitely want to be facing Italy one-on-one. Now Italy's going to fall back to the bunkers. France with dropships here. I don't remember what I did with these, but this is a little bit unusual. You normally see France trying to secure Africa. And I think one of them was full. I don't know what's going on with that. Misdirection. End up losing 2 dropships because of it. Really trying to retake Crete. Athens. He already has Crete. There's the SCV. Germany would really like these taxes. Just has to start building. They only get 2 of the cities with 288 showing. Appears to be Waffen going for a Spain drop, or might also be clearing out Ireland. Lend-Lease gonna clear up what's left of UK. Most likely get that BC out of there. Norway going right before the 2-minute mark. Figure out as many cities as possible, but seeing this bunker lineup, it's not going to be very many. Spy is bunked up the wazoo. be dropped by this industry. Keep running them. More French drops. It's time with more units. Not very many more. I don't understand what's going on.